Hello guys, welcome to the studio of Endan Business Solutions.
Okay, so today we are going to look at how to use the if function in Excel. From the data we have our popular employees, which I know by now we are conversant with. Then we also have their various departments, their basic salaries, and management has decided to reward employees of the sales department with a bonus of 15%. So we need to fish out for only employees that are in the sales department. They are entitled to this bonus. So let's just go straight and see how to use the formula. So like we all know, every formula in Excel should start with an equal sign. So click on the equal sign and then open the formula by typing the if, then open the bracket. Then displays the formula for us. Let's try and understand the formula first before we even begin to write it. So this formula is in there are three different arguments in the formula. The first one is your logical test. The next one is your value if true. And the third one is your value if false. Like we all know, we always start with the one that is bold among the arguments. And here we have the logical test. The logical test is what you are looking for. Then the next one is if what you are looking for is true, what do you want Excel to bring? The third one is if what you are looking for is false, what do you want Excel to bring? So in this case, we are saying it should come and look at this particular department. If it is equal to sales, so because I'm going to type in sales, which is text, you need to put it in quotation. If it is equal to sales, then you need to, because you need to close the quotation, then introduce your comma. Then we finish with our logic. So then the board moves to the value if true. What do we want to happen to the cell if the logic is if our logic is true? And we are saying if it is true, we want it to return 15%. So you type your 15% in here. Then you click on your comma. If it is false, we don't want it to return anything. That's if our cell B3 is not equal to sales. What do you want to return? And I'm saying if it is not equal to sales, it should bring 0. Then now close it and now you enter. So 15%, let's introduce the percentage sign. So you realize that because this is sales, you have your 15%. You can drag it down. Let's drag it down. And you realize that all those with the sales, and those in the sales department have 15%. Those that are not in the sales department do not have 15%. I discourage people from typing text and numbers directly in formula because it gives a lot of work if along the line the argument or the basis of whatever formula you're writing changes. Assuming we decide to change and reward the finance department instead of the sales department, it means you would have to come back here and change the sales to finance, which is a lot of work. So what I rather encourage people to do is to try and link the various parts of the argument to a particular cell. So in case you want to change anything, it's much easier. You come down and change it. Let's give it a try and see. With this particular formula we have here, let's rewrite it again. So first let me empty the cell. Come here, equal sign, if then say if this cell is equal to, then I now come here because I already have the sales department. That's the department I want to reward. Click on it here and lock it with the help of the F4 function. If the department is equal to this sales here, then we move to the true. What do we want? We want 15%. So I just come here and click on the 15%, and once again I log it again with the help of the F4 function. And then in the false case, what I want is 0. So because it's 0, I can just put in -0, or you can still go link it somewhere, close it, and that gives you the same figure, and you can drag it. The advantage with this is, assuming we decide not to reward the sales department, it was a mistake rewarding the sales department, we should have named the finance department. You only come to cell B16 and change your sales over there to finance. And once you click on enter, automatically realize that the sales department is now 0 and all the reward is on the finance department. Assuming now you even want to change the percentage, say okay, it's not supposed to be 15, it's a mistake, it's supposed to be 10. All you need to do is just to type in the 10 here, enter, and it automatically updates the formula to 10 without you going to each cell to update this, because it's, assuming you have like 1,000 data to work with, it's very cumbersome. So I normally encourage people to desist from typing text and figures directly in formula. I prefer you write it somewhere so you can link it and make your work much easier. So instead of showing the percentages, we are interested in what the values are. So what we can do is to amend the formula. So when you click on the formula again, as we amended that of Kwame, if you click on the formula and we come to the true case, it's only showing the 10% because that is what is linked to the file. We can now introduce, what we can do is to multiply the 10% or whatever value comes out when it is true times the person's basic salary. You see, then we would drag it downwards. Okay, so let's convert it to numbers instead of percentage by clicking on the comma style. Then maybe take off the decimal places. Okay, so you realize that finance, instead of showing the 10%, it's rather showing the value, which is 10% of the person's basic salary. And for those that are not financial, they are all 0. Assuming we want to do a quick test, we come here and realize we want to reward the marketing department instead. Just type in your marketing. Just type in your marketing and to automatically change it for you.
Thanks for spending your precious time with us today in the studio. We hope you enjoyed this session. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube for more interesting tutorials. You can also send us your comments and interested topics for discussion. Thank you.